Good morning and welcome to Mrs. Achari's Kindergarten Cabin for our last writing lesson of the year. So we are going to be finishing up our book called Being Kind. So today we are going to be doing our last page, but we're going to start out with doing what good writers do. And good writers always reread what they have already written before they get started. Okay, so let's do that first. And the title of our book is called Being Kind. I think people should be kind to make the world a better place. One reason you should be kind is to make people happy. Yay! Also, when you show kindness, others will too. Let me reread that one more time. Also, when you show kindness, others will too. That's good. We want it to spread around, don't we? All right, the one thing we want it to spread around. All right, so our last page has 2 sentences, so this is going to be a little bit of work, all right? So, of course, you would start out with labels. I don't know if you have the same picture as me, and if you do, then go ahead and label it how you would like, and if you don't have the same picture, same thing. Just label it how you think would be the best way to do it, okay? Our sentences for today, like I said, there are a few. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a longer page. It says, last, being kind can help if someone is having a bad day. So be kind. It feels good. All right, so we are going to start with the first sentence. After the first sentence, we're going to take a little break and then we'll come back and do the last 2, okay? So the first sentence is, last, being kind can help us if someone is having a bad day. So the word last, that is a word that we can use our spelling strategies to spell, okay? So let's go ahead and say all the sounds in the word last. Ast. Ast. Ooh, do you hear the st at the end? There's a blend at the end of that word instead of the beginning. So let's go ahead and practice spelling it. So I hear ast. Remember that ST, okay? Go ahead and write the word last, and I am going to write it and talk to you a little bit about that word. So the word last is a transition word that's telling our reader that we're at the last page, and that is the last thing that we're going to be telling them before the book is over, okay? So it's signaling to our reader that they're just about done reading, okay? All right, so we'll do what good writers do. We always go back and reread. Last, next word is being, okay? We've already spelled this word, but let's just talk about it one more time. We have the word be, which is a snap word. The word be. And then we have our ing brothers. ING. Being. 2 parts in that word. Okay, 2 parts, 2 syllables. Being. So I'm going to have you write that. Mrs. Achari writes it in the book. Being. Okay. A second to finish that. Ing brothers are important in reading and writing because when we notice it in a book, then we know that we know what we say for that chunk. And then when we write it, it just helps us with our spelling. There's a lot of words with the ing part in it. All right, so last, being kind. We have spelled kind so many times that you can spell it all on your own. It's 4 sounds that we hear, okay? I do want to show you something real quick with this word. Kind. Okay, so we've done this word a few times, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but I do want to show you this. This is like an ending blend too, and it's und, okay? And it's in a word that we know, a snap word, and, okay? So anytime you see nd at the end of a word, you know it's and, okay? And you kind of like blend it together. So like in the word kind. All right, so go ahead and I'll write it in my book. All right, let's go back and reread. Last, being kind can, snap word, And you know what? I'm going to have you, oh yeah, let's just start. Let's just do can. Go for it. Can. How do you spell can? Snap word, snap word. 3 sounds. Being kind. Can. Let's go back and reread. Last, being kind can help. All right, so the word help. Help. Okay, we have 4 sounds. Okay, let's say the first sound. L. Good. Help. Let's run our finger under it to make sure we got all the other sounds. Help. Oops, erase the P. Very good. That's the word help. That one's a pretty easy one to spell. You can hear all of the sounds. It is a snap word later on, so it's one that you'll want to know in a snap. All right, let's go back and reread. Last, being kind can help if, oh, easy word, if, 2 sounds. I'm gonna have you try and write that. If, 2 sounds, like I said. If, pretty easy word, spelled just like it sounds. All right, also a snap word. Okay, let's go back and reread again. I bet you love all this rereading, but you know what? If you don't reread, there's a better chance of you not writing your sentence correctly. So the more you reread, the more practice you're getting reading, and also it just makes sure that your sentence is coming out right every time, okay? Last, being kind can help if someone, okay, is having a bad day. All right, so someone, that is called a compound word. It is 2 words that are put together. So we have some and we have one, okay? So it's like there's some, that's how you spell some, S-O-M-E, and then of course our number word is put together with it. So now we have 2 words put together, compound word, someone. Ah, my pen fell. Okay. Someone. S-O-M-E-O-N-E. 2 snap words put together to make one. Someone. All right. Let's go back and reread. Last, being kind can help if someone is, snap word, go for it. How do you spell is? 2 letters, 2 sounds. Is, I-S. I-S is. When I write snap words, I like to say them out loud like this. I-S is. That way it's always putting that in my brain. It's like really making it solid in your brain so your brain never forgets it, okay? Let's go back and reread. Last, being kind can help if someone is having, okay? So this is a word that has that ing brothers in it again, okay? So have, I'm gonna show you something about the word having, okay? The word have is spelled like this, H-A-V-E. Don't write that yet, okay? So this is the word have. But when it becomes having, guess what happens? Something weird. You have to take the E away. Av, and then you're going to add your ing brothers. Do you remember what the ing brothers are? What 3 letters? I-N-G. Having. If you go across the word, aving, having. Very nice. Go ahead and write that. And since Charlie will write it in the book. Okay. All right. So let's go back and reread like good writers do every single time they write a new word. Last, being kind can help if someone is having a bad day. Do you think you can do all 3 of those words right now? Is a sight word, snap word, easy word. Bad is a word that you can spell add, CVC word, and day is a snap word. Think you can do it? Give it a try. 3 words. Having a bad day. Of course, A is the next one. Add. Day. What does day look like? Oh yeah. Okay, I want you to check your work. We have our snap word, we have bad, add, bad. Looks like dad, but it has a B at the beginning instead. And then day, A. We have our A word family, okay? A bad day. Okay, and then on the end of this sentence, we're gonna go ahead and put an exclamation point. No, we're gonna do a period there, sorry. And then on the next 2, we'll do exclamation points. All right, I want you to take a brain break because that was a lot of work, okay? So I want you to take a quick break, and you can either come back to the video later or you can do it another day even. So go ahead and get up and move around. I want you to do, big ones today. 25 high knees, 25 squats. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. I hope you can do it. And 25 running in place, okay? So high knees, squats, and running in place, 25 of each, and then we'll come back. All right, I hope you got the wiggles out so we can finish up this book. All right, so the next sentence says, so be kind. Easy, huh? Easy peasy. Okay, the word so is a snap word, and the word be is a snap word. And the word kind we have spelled many, many times already, so I want you to get started on that sentence all on your own. Just a reminder, so is the first word, so what kind of S does it need to start with? Very good, it needs to start with a capital S. 3 words. So be kind! Exclamation point. We want to make sure that we really say that with excitement. So be kind! Tell people that. All right. I do want to show you something. Okay, so I'm gonna write it on here. So, if I know how to spell no, then I know how to spell so. B, E, B. If I know how to spell we, me, I know how to spell be. So, B, K. Oh, I don't even have to try to spell this because it's already up here. I know how to spell kind already. We already did it. Okay. Here we go. So be kind. That was a pretty easy sentence, huh? Okay. Last one. Last sentence says, it feels good. Okay, let's start with it. Remember, first word in the sentence. So what type of I does it need to start with? Because it's the first word in a sentence, it does need to be a capital I. Remember, it is a snap word. It. 2 sounds, capital I. Looks like this. It feels, okay? So, feels. What letter do you hear at the beginning of feels? Good, Francie fish. Okay, the next chunk is a little bit interesting. When you say the word, you don't really, it's hard to hear it like this, but it is a long E sound. And that long E is made by the same 2 letters that we see in the word see. Okay, so it's eels, even though it doesn't really sound like that when we say it. Okay, but it is a long E sound in there. Eel. Eels. Good. Remember, it's so important to run your finger under every time to make sure that you're spelling it correctly, okay? Eels. It feels good. Okay. It feels good. All right. Last word is good. Who thinks they remember how to spell the word good? Good. What two letters, vowels working together make that sound that good? What are those two letters? We have a g at the beginning, Gordo gorilla. G. Is made by the two eyes, just like in the word look. See? Look. G. Donut in the door. Good. Okay, they have that same chunk in the middle. So good is G-O-O-D. It's a vowel team working together. Good. And we are doing a fantastic job. We are all finished with our last page. I want you to do one more thing for me. I'm going to teach you one more quick thing before we end today. So remember how we talked about when you read a book, there are signals, like road signals that the writer gives to you so that you can remember to read in a certain way. Okay, so if there's a period at the end, we know we read in just a regular voice. If there's an exclamation point, we're going to be excited. So today I'm going to show you one other mark that would really fit good in our book. So if you go up to the word last, we're going to put what's called a comma. Do you guys remember the comma? The comma is what tells us to pause. So it's just like a little tiny little curve, and it goes above the line and then under the line. So it's like kind of like a smiley face sideways. Okay. All right, so we're going to read now, and that's going to tell us to pause for a moment, okay? Last, being kind can help if someone is having a bad day. So be kind. It feels good. And it feels good that we finished our book. I am so proud of all of you that joined me for our writing lessons. One more time, we're going to go back and reread now that we have it all done, and I think you should give yourselves a big pat on the back. I'm so proud of you. Being kind. I think people should be kind to make the world a better place. And anytime we reread our book, we want to read it like we would a real book. So use the smooth voice. One reason you should be kind is to make people happy. I know we're going back to reread, and it's a good thing to do this because I also want to show you. After also, let's put another comma to show our reader to pause. Okay. Also, when you show kindness, others will too. Last, being kind can help if someone is having a bad day. So be kind. It feels good. All right, you guys. I'm so proud of you. You guys have become amazing writers. If anybody wants me to see their book, you can send a picture to me, or you can bring it to graduation and then I can mail it back to you if you want me to take a look at it, and I could even make the cover shiny if you want, okay? So I hope all of you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you've enjoyed our writing lesson and learning how to write an opinion book. Remember, anytime you give your opinion, you have to have lots of reasons so people will listen to you. All right, have a great day.